of Bob, making me the best man by default. I'll take it however I can get up here. Bob's been my best friend, guardian, and role model for nearly 23 years now. Over those 23 years, I've learned a lot. Any of you know him really well. You know, it's pretty obvious. He's taught me a couple things. I think there are 3 major takeaways, things that Bob's taught me. One would probably be the importance of looking in the mirror after getting dressed, just to make sure your clothes actually fit. The second would probably be how to dance. I think everybody saw that tonight. How to dance like you have scoliosis. It worked. Yeah, it was good. But also, you know, computer engineer. If any of you have ever talked to him about computers, you probably learned the same thing that I did over 23 years, that knowing nothing about computers is probably a better conversation starter. It is. I told you, it's coming hard. Rose to toast, I got it confused. Gets a little more serious. I go to the BlackBerry, it's easier. Bob has taught me also how to treat others with kindness, generosity, and most of all, as all of you know, thoughtfulness. He's been the one individual I know I can always count on to tell it to me straight and support me when I'm going through difficult times. If you look at our pictures when we're little kids, Bob has his arm around me in literally every single picture. You can say, I guess he kind of proverbially took me under his wing literally since the day I was born. Either that, or I guess, you know, at 4 inches taller, maybe it's just more comfortable. I tend to go with the first, but that's subjective. Either way, Bob kind of predicted this, but I've told this story maybe a couple times, but it's really good. I think it fits him well, so I'm gonna tell it again. So I was about 9, making Bob about 11, and it was my birthday. And if anybody knows me, I get really excited about birthdays, get really excited about presents.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, so, you know, it is what it is, but it's my 9th birthday, and Bob walks into my room, just late afternoon, and he's like, hey, you know, Jeff, I got you a birthday present. I was like, all right, sweet. Tore it open. It was cassette tapes. I was pumped. I was like, sweet. You know, now I don't have to tune into the radio for the top 10 at 7 o'clock every night. I can just record them and play them whenever. Just an aside, when I wrote this, I was like, cassette tapes, man, I feel really old. And, yeah, and I don't even know what an 8-track is, so I can't imagine how most of you feel. So, sorry about that. So, back to it, I was like, man, cassette tapes, sweet. Now I can listen to my favorite songs, you know, all the time. This is great. And you know, it was a nice gesture. We were young, so I walked into my room with cassette tapes, and then I was like, I don't have a tape recorder. I can't play or record anything. So I was like, well, this is kind of embarrassing, but you know, hey Bob, I don't have a cassette player. I can't record anything. I'm either gonna have to return these or exchange them or something. I'm sorry, it's a great gesture, but nothing I do with them. And he kind of looked at me and he's like, well, I do. Took him from my hand, went in his room and shut the door. I was like, this is my birthday. I like presents, he knows this. I should do better. So, I was 9, you know, usually you don't sway too hard either way, but I was pissed. I was sitting there in my room, steaming, and as soon as I sit down in my room, our rooms are right next to each other, the radio goes on. I look at the alarm clock, it's 7 o'clock. It's the top 10 at 7. And it's like, he's taking my cassette tapes in his room and recording his favorite songs. You gotta be kidding me. So I sat there for what seemed like days, just steaming, knowing that, you know, I didn't have any cassette tapes, he was enjoying them, whatever. And this is a part of the story that Bob never hears, and I don't tell because it's not as funny. It's a little more sentimental, but either way, Bob walks out a couple, 30 minutes later, whatever, and he says, "Jeff, I have something for you." And I was like, "All right, whatever. What do you have?" And he's like, "Well, I got you 6 cassette tapes, and I took 2 tonight, and I recorded all of your favorite songs on them, and mine, all the songs that we listened to together. I realized once I gave them to you that I probably should have done this before I gave them to you, and hindsight's great. But I probably should have done this before I gave them to you, and you can take them, play them in my room whenever you want, and we can listen to them together." And I thought this was something we could do, you and I, and that was really the idea behind my gift. Typical Bob. Sometimes kind of comes out awkward, not the best delivery, but in the end, lo and behold, it's usually really thoughtful. But with all joking aside, it's my 23 years of experience with Bob as my brother, my best friend, and someone who's always there to look out for me, that leads me to know that he will do the exact same for you, Bree. You're a wonderful person, very deserving of my brother's love, and I know that you guys will do well together. Congratulations to you both. I love you both very dearly. Congratulations, and good luck in all the years ahead, and Bree, welcome to the family. There's your last toast to many fruitful and vibrant years together for Mr. and Mrs. Jaden Robert Stravinsky. Congrats, guys.
And ladies and gentlemen, now the maid of honor, Colleen Clark.
Bob. As most of you know, I'm a sister.